a certain type of, under certain states, that is an immigrant, and there's a certain relationship to being labor that this was encouraged under federal law. But at the same time, even though you might be in the country as labor, there's a need to distinguish someone as other, which is to say, someone who's not us, so to speak, through culture, through language, through race.
You're not seeing out of the box. Like, you're seeing it because it's personally offending you, which would make sense. But you need to also, see how other people are also.
I was reading about a forum that you guys put together. I think you can't just ask the media to talk about the incident over and over again. I mean, you have to create events, maybe send out a press release to cover your forum. Like, be a legitimate news
Hey guys, I feel like dialogue such as this is opening up people's minds and stuff, without knowing for existent, or that people felt so strongly about the issue, or
try to connect with those people so that we can build upon just that Bobby himself. So we have more people and try to build a majority strategy essentially. And then we would establish our tactics and resources what we all have, what we can move forward with. Then do some press releases to the media, such as either AsianWisconzine, Wisconsin State Journal, Capital Times. Then I wrote down Flags on the Hill because that could be like an awareness event where we could put colored flags on Bascom Hill to symbolize how many students and how many people are affected by the issue, to kind of give a visual to people. Then we do letters to the legislator to tell them that we know about this issue and we want to do something about it and that we think they should do something about it so that we vote the people who we know will take care of our issue and make them also accountable to us. Then we would do lobby visits to talk to them, to continually remind them about the issue that we want to pass. And then we would have an action accountability session where we bring the legislators in, talk to them about if they're going to support it or not, what are they going to do in Congress to pass this specific bill. Then do a rally to get people hyped, ready to go, jump, and get excited about something, so make them feel passionate, because a lot of passion comes from this issue that people are leaving and that people are affected by their family. So getting them hyped and bringing them together to build that community essentially is what this is all about as well.
And so that's what we had a student who was content with staying in the situation and dialoguing. She thinks that by spreading awareness is the only way we're going to change the environment that allows these things to happen in the media. And then we have a student who wanted to be Miss Info, who was in the Hot 97 station at the time.
We supported Asian American leaders, and they came together and signed a letter actually denouncing this. And
you see this in a lot of media representations and also kind of in popular culture. There's always that common reference like, well, we were just joking or this, but I get really tired when I hear.
We are small, maybe just making that Facebook group would definitely help us initiate change. So that was a great point by you guys. So that kind of spawns some ideas on this side. And that is one of the largest networks in the world, so if we could utilize that, I know that it would help us get involved a lot more. So, and Cruz is going to help us out.
And number three, what can we do to address the incident? There's a lot of ways and angles that we could attack this from, but we really thought that the way we should address this is by questioning what are the sources. It says the 2000 census, okay? So there's a lot of things that's very general to just put on here and 2000 census says that Asian American blah blah blah. What about the other underlying questions? What percentage of this group of Asian were represented? What were each group percentage? It doesn't tell us anything about that. It also depends on how much money the families make, and for the people who are inclusive.
But I think the problem with this one was it was sort of a minority scholarship, and then they said this is for minorities, but we just don't include Asian Americans, and the question is why.
That policy making is based on different numbers. We have to create our own numbers, and we have to get our own researchers and our own folks to create the numbers that should represent the policy that we want to advance. So I think that's what needs to happen, that we can't rely on other people and other researchers to do the work for us.